Okay, so welcome to the first real video of this tutorial. So first things first, I'm going to just rename this because I think we should start with something a little bit fun. We're going to do a triangle plot, assuming that's how you spell triangle, and it is definitely not. Don't want to save the file, I've cleared it out, which is good. So now, first things first, we need to pull down some libraries. Now, I have these already installed, and I am assuming that you guys have understanding of Jupyter, Python in general, so we're going to just sort of go with that and start typing NumPy as MP. Now, pretty common way to reference it. We'll go import matplotlib.py plot as plt, and to make it a little bit easier on our Jupyter statement, we'll do matplotlib inline, so our results will be placed in the line. Now, while it's connecting, we're going to need to think about exactly what we want to do. Now, I probably don't actually need NumPy in this instance, so what I'll start off is I'm going to select a couple of points to draw my triangle. Name it point 1, and we'll create a list. 0, 0. Now that's going to reference our point as 0 and 0. Now, what we can do here is we can plt.plot, so point 1, 0 being the first value, and point 1, 1 being the second value, and let's see what we get there. We get absolutely nothing because there's nothing there. Technically, we've got a little dot right here in the middle, but we don't really have anything to symbolize that. Now, let's go refresh that a little bit. Let's go put a second point in here. So, sorry, point and plot, very similar. So let's go 10 and 5, just to give us a nice little thing. Now, what would happen if I were to plot point 1 and then point 2, 1? So what we can see here is it has actually increased. We've got a y value of 5.2 up here. So we've got a point at 0, x, and 5y. Now if we change this around and go 0, we'll see that it's gone to 10. Now we've got the values there, but we haven't actually got a line. So let's start with a line. Now we've got some x values and some y values of 0.1 and 0.2. So let's create an x value or values. Now in here we kind of have what we need already. We have 0.0, 0. So now that there is saying that our x values are going to be at 0.0 to 0.10. Now let's do this all over again with our y values. So we just replace the r0 with the 1. That way we've gone from our x values of 0.1 and 0.2 to our y values of 0.1 and 0.2. Now let's plot the x values. Okay, there we go. We've got a nice little line, 1 to 10, across a space of 1. Very fast moving plot. Let's plot our y values. And we've got the exact same, 0 to 1. Now, let's plot them against each other. So we'll do x values, y values. What we get is we get 0 to x10 and to y5. Now, so our line looks exactly the same, but it has actually moved dramatically. Now let's put some more points in here. And what we can do is we can just essentially copy these ones down. Let's rename them just a little bit. Go 0.3. We'll keep 0.3 at 0 and 0. So we're going to draw a second line from the exact same point as our first value. Our first points are 0, 0. And our second points, now this is where we need to add some new values. So we're going to do 4 and 8. Now we need to grab our x and y values again. Oops. Sorry, my Mac does not like it when I do command up. There we go, x values. We might as well just reuse the values. We don't need to change anything. So now we do 0.3 and then 0.4. And we go down and we do 0.3 and 0.4. And as I see there, I've noticed I've got no 0.4. Now I do have a 0.4. There we go. Now, let's plot these x, y values again. Let's see what happens. So we've now got two lines, and we can identify which is which by noticing that our first plot went from, started at 0, 0 and ended at points 10, 5. So it's this blue one out here. That's our first one. Our second one started with 0.00 and ended at points x is 4, y is 8. There we go. We've got two different lines. Now, to get a triangle here, now you could come up with a whole bunch of ways to handle this, but I'm going to go with a very simple one, and I'm going to copy these values again, and I'm going to start with 0.2. Well, I probably should have noticed this before, but I probably didn't need to do that. I just liked using them all at the same. Oh no, I was mistaken. I was thinking I was 0.100 and just changing it around. But let's go x values needs to be 0.4. So we're starting, our second x value is 0.4 and our first value is 10. So points 4 and 10. And then our y values need to be 0.5 and 0.8, which is what they are. So let's copy this one across again. And let's hope I haven't made a mistake. There we go. We've built ourselves a nice little triangle. It's a very simple method to handle, and as you saw with Matplotlib, it's actually a very elegant solution. I ended up spending the last year learning Matplot, or MATLAB, and I'm not a fan of it. I much prefer this Python value, so we'll save this file and I will See you in the next video.